All right, welcome to this special presentation of No Huddle Football. And in this game today, we have the Buffalo Bills going to Kansas City and playing at Arrowhead against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is 2021. And they gave us one of the greatest playoffs games that we've ever seen. Um, and so I thought I would match these two heavyweights up against one another. Just going to go ahead and get right into it. I'll point out some of the changes that we made along the way. There have been some updates to the cards. We still have the player system. I went ahead and created specific play charts for each of these teams. Don't notice anything right off the bat. Most of the interceptions and things look different or the same, but there's actually reworked the charts altogether based off of several thousand rolls, and so went through it and created a little dice rolling app that would roll 1,000 times the values that I need, and then I tried to sort of match up each of these different plays with there's sort of a high and a low because on some of these, a D6 plus a D6 can be a 1 plus a 1, or it can be a 6 plus a 6. So anywhere between 2 yards and 12 yards is what the range is for this play. So tried to sort of figure out the average. What is the average play? And then try to get somewhere around the average for the NFL in 2021. So hopefully the game plays even more smoothly than it did before. And this is the 11-6 Bills against the 12-5 Chiefs. Again, you need 2d10s and 2d6s, which are, I like to use the same colors because I like to use these dark ones for the home team and the light ones for the away team, which is what you normally do with jerseys in the NFL. So got our auto roll chart here. I'm just going to roll for the auto offense and defense. We're just going to watch this one play out. I'm not going to call any plays, and we can see how that works. But I consolidated some of the charts on the kicking and penalties and rare plays. So I consolidated the kickoffs and the kick returns. Created a little bit more context for the out of bounds on the onside kick. It's plus 5 yards plus wherever the ball went out of bounds, which we'll just count to be the 45. Added another fair catch, and I've added in this in case the punt gets blocked, which does happen. And I think what I'm going to do is if you roll a blocked result, you're going to have to roll again. You have to roll that twice. Because I think if you roll the one 2 times in a row, you get the actual right percentage there. So, and something else, I changed something on the penalties chart. There were 2 horse collars, so I added a targeting on the defense. For the sheets here, there's nothing really different. I just created two different teams with all of their players here for a player indicator. I'm not going to do the individual players on this particular game, but each offense and defense is a 1. So they're basically going to cancel each other out. So these are 2 evenly matched teams, and we can just kind of play it straight up because nobody has any sort of offensive or defensive advantage. All the advantage or disadvantage will come in through here. So we have our team's ready to go. Let's go ahead and roll the dice for the coin toss. And it's the visiting team. The Bills win the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, which is pretty common. So it's going to be KC ball first. So the kickoff. The kickoff is Buffalo here kicking off. So, sorry, let me get my score sheet all situated over here. The kickoff is a 4. 4 is going to be a touchback. So Kansas City takes over at their 35. All right, first down and 10, KC. So put that here. we could see that better. I just want you to be able to see the plays. So we're going to roll all 4 dice. We're in our normal, so this is between the 20s, not between the 10s, I guess. So inside the goal to go, then you would flip it and use our goal line. But since we're just sort of in our normal sets here, that's what we're going to use. All right, our defenses are both 4-3, so we're going to be rolling out of this. There's a little something under here. Defenses are both 4-3, so we'll be rolling out of that. So first, we're going to look at the offensive play, 1st and 10. That's going to be a short pass against a, it's an inside run against a base blitz. So the base blitz is here. That's going to be a -3. Again, there's no adjustments to be made, so we're just going to play this straight up off this chart. So a -3 is 15 minus 3 is 12. And on the inside run, a 12 is going to be for 4 yards. So successful run there for 4 yards and brings up 2nd down and 6 from the 39. And when you roll all 4 dice, it's just as easy as that. It's going to be a 2, so 2nd down, it'll be a short pass against a, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong one. So it should be a draw play. Kansas City is the home team. Draw play against a nickel defense. Draw play against a nickel defense. This might be good here. So it's going to be a +4. So that's 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 on the draw is going to be a D6 roll. So that'll be for 4 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 2 from the 43-yard line. 3rd down and 2. All right, let's see what KC's got. So they're going to run the short pass, and that's going to be against a nickel defense. So a short pass against a nickel defense is going to be a +1. So 13 plus 1 is 14 on a short pass, and that's going to be a D6 plus 7. So 4 plus 7 is 11. Nice pass there from Mahomes for 11 yards. And again, you could run the, it's easy enough to run the player finder. You just roll again, and then that would go to Tariq Hill. Okay, so that's as easy as it is to find, where did the ball go? So 11-yard pass to Tariq Hill for the 1st down, puts the ball at the 46. At the 46-yard line of Buffalo. So on the other side of the field now, 1st down and 10. This is going to be an outside run against a base defense, and that's a +0. So we got a 19. Nice run here, and that's going to be a D6 plus 10. So about as good as you can do. That's going to be a 16-yard run on the outside, and that brings up another 1st down. That moves the ball down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kansas City against Buffalo as they have a nice opening drive going. 1st down and 10, they're going to run the draw play against the base, and that will be a -2. So you have a 5 minus 2 is a 3. And on the draw play, that's going to be a tackle for loss. We have to roll our D10 to see what the loss is on the play. And it's going to be a loss of 4 on that draw play. So did not work. Brings up 2nd down and 14. And that's from the 34-yard line. That one went way out there. That's a 20, so that's a pretty good roll. A 2. So remember, we're looking at 2nd down and 14. So 2nd and long. We're looking in this chart here. That's going to be a short pass, and that will be against a nickel defense. So short pass against a nickel is going to be a +1. That's a 21. 21 goes off of the chart. And when we go off the chart, we have to read off of our special or rare plays. So we're going to use this one here. It's going to be a penalty on the defense. Let's see, a 6. 6 is going to be offside. So that'll be a penalty for 5 yards. It brings up second down and 9 from the 29. Second down and 9. So we replay second down. And an offsides on the play. All right. And that will be second down and 9. So we're coming back into this column. So this is 11 or more yards. This is from 1 to 10 yards. Use this one. So that's going to be a medium pass against a base defense. So medium pass against a base defense is going to be a +2. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 on the medium pass will be a gain of 8 yards. Bring us up third down and 1 from the 21-yard line. So already in field goal position. We'll see if they can pick up the first down here. Third down and 1 puts us in this column. So it's going to be an outside run against a base defense. And that's a 0 adjustment here. So 9 on the outside run is going to be 4 yards. So Kansas City picks up the first down on that running play as they get to the outside. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17 of Buffalo as they are moving on their first drive. First down and 10, that's going to be a short pass against a base blitz. So that's going to be a -1. So 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 on the short pass is going to be a quarterback hurry and an incompletion. If you wanted to check a hurry, you could do it against the sacks, which would be, sorry, that would be on the defense. So a 3 would be Rousseau. So Rousseau would get the hurry on that. So if you wanted to do that, that's how you could. I would just use the sack for hurries and sacks both. But that's going to be a pass incomplete. First incompletion of the game for Mahomes. Brings up second down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Kansas City driving on their first drive of the game. Second and 10, this is going to be a medium pass against a base defense. And that's going to be a +2 to the offense. So 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 on a medium pass will be D10 plus 5. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain. That gets them down into 3rd and 1 from the 8. 3rd and 1 from the 8. So it's possible for them to get a first down without a touchdown. We'll see how this goes. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what sort of play they have going here. That's going to be a draw play, and that's going to be against a nickel, so it might be pretty good. That's going to be a 4 plus 4. So 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 on the draw is going to be a D6 plus 8. And that's going to be a 9-yard gain on the run, and that's going to be good enough for a TD as they run the draw play and push it into the end zone for the first score of the game. So really good drive for KC there. Let's see if they kick the extra point and make it. They do. Extra points are, you can see there's a miss at 1, and they rolled a 2. So anything 2 to 10 is going to be a make. So first quarter, KC strikes first on their first drive of the game. That's going to be an 8-yard TD run, and that makes the score 7-0. And just like that, we're into it. I've decided to change it to three possessions each. I think they were getting way too many. Even 3 possessions might be a little bit on the high scoring side. Most teams they do they have about 10 possessions per game. 3 possessions per quarter would put each team at 12. So we'll see how that goes. It might still be a little bit high scoring, but 4 possessions was definitely 4 extra possessions was definitely too much for each team. All right, on the kickoff, a 2 is going to be for 66 yards, and then a 2 on the return is going to be a return of 13 yards. So 66-yard kick goes 1 yard into the end zone, and a 13-yard return is back out to the 12. So Buffalo will start at their own 12-yard line. You could decide not to return it. If it goes into the end zone, you could just take the touchback, which probably would have been better, but You could even roll that first rolling. You roll for the offense. You get the uh, the result, and then you can decide from there. Like a 3 would be a touchback, right? So it's not such a big deal. But if I rolled a 66, it's 1 yard deep in the end zone. Then you can decide: do you want to run it out and take the chance, or no? Right? You have you're gonna have to roll probably a 6. No, you'd have to roll a 7 or better just to have a good chance to get it out to where it would be for a touchback. So the odds are not with you in that case if the ball goes into the end zone. So wasn't very smart of me to pull it out of the end zone, but here we go. Buffalo, first down and 10. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch these up here. They don't really need their defense. So Buffalo first and 10. And remember, they are the visiting die, so we're going to go with the short pass against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2. So 11 minus 2 is 9, and 9 on the short pass is going to be for 4 yards. So pass complete from Allen for 4 yards, and that brings up second down and 6 from the 16. First drive of the game for Buffalo. Second down, we got a screen pass against a base blitz. And so a screen against a base blitz is a -1. So that's going to be 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 on the screen pass is going to be a sack. So we get a sack on Allen, and we roll our D6, and it's a -4. So it'll be a pass. We're going to just denote a sack here, and that's a -4. So that brings up third and 10 as they get driven back to the 12-yard line. So 1 step forward, 1 step back for the Bills. Third and 10. And this will be a short pass against a nickel. Against a nickel. So a short pass against a nickel is going to be a +1 to the offense. So an 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 on the short pass is going to be for 4 yards. So they get that 4 yards back, but that's not enough for the first down, as that's going to bring 4th and 6 from the 16. And we're going to get a punt from Buffalo. No need to chance it at this point. Go for that one. So let's go ahead and do the kick. The punt is a 10. A 10 is a 60-yard punt. So that drives it down to the 24. Yeah, to the 24. And 1 on the return is a fair catch. So a huge booming catch, or a booming kick. And that's going to drive Kansas City back to their own 24-yard line, as that was high and deep. And the way you can figure that out, they were at the 16. I actually have a play here, or a chart. So they're at the 16, and then it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 yards to the 24. And the way you can figure that is 60 plus 16 is 76. 76 minus 100 is 24. So that's sort of an easy way to do that math in your head if you don't have like an actual physical aid to help you. So you just add whatever the kick was to where the line of scrimmage is, and then you subtract that from 100, and you'll wind up with the right place. So first and 10, Kansas City at their own 24. Great job by the Buffalo punter to flip the script on Kansas City. They thought they were going to get great field position, but instead they don't have great field position. It's going to be first and 10. So that's going to be a medium pass against a base defense, and that's going to be a +2 to the offense. So that'll be 9 on the medium pass. 9 is going to go for 8 yards. So a nice gain on first down brings up second down and 2 at the 33-yard line. I'm sorry, at the 32. Okay, second down. That'll be a short pass against a base defense. So that'll be a -2 to the offense. So basically you take this die away. So it's a 9 on a short pass. 9 on a short pass is good for 4 yards. Mahomes throws for the first down, and that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 36. First down play. I guess it'd help if I switched my teams, wouldn't it? Running the Buffalo offense, or the Kansas City offense with the Buffalo offense. 1st and 10. This is going to be a draw play against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2 to the offense. So 14 minus 2 is a 12 on the draw, and that's going to be the roll of a d6, whatever that is, a 3. So +3 on the run. Brings up 2nd down and 7 from the 39. I'll be rolling out more teams as we go along. If you want to play this newest version, just email me at advancedstatsfootball@gmail.com, and I'll send you out the NFC West. So I suppose I could send you these 2 teams too if you wanted, but I can send you the NFC West, and you would have those. So just a few little tweaks maybe that are left in the game, but not too much left, and it's just going through and creating all the teams in the NFL. Then I think it would be ready to go, unless people are seeing some like serious deficiencies somewhere. It is 2nd down and 7. That's going to be a deep pass, first deep pass of the game against a base defense. So that's going to be a +4 to the offense. And this is not a, their 4-3 is not a great pass defense. So a +4 to, what is that, 16? That's a 20, and we got a chance for a huge play here as we go 2 D10s, and we're going to combine them. So this roll here would be a 79, not a 16. So we're going to combine these two, and we're going to see what kind of big play we got. From the 39, Mahomes goes deep, and that's going to be an 18-yard pass. Sort of on the short end of deep, but it does bring up a first down, and that's going to be to the 43 of Buffalo. So 1st and 10, Kansas City, from the Buffalo 43. So a little housekeeping there. 1st and 10, that will be a short pass against a base defense, and that'll be a -2 to the offense. So 17 minus 2 is 15 on the short pass. Is a D10 +7. You don't have to roll both D10s. I just find it easier. D10 +7 is going to be a 16-yard gain. So a nice gainer there on 1st down. And brings up another chunk yardage from the 27 now. 1st and 10 for Kansas City. They've had a couple of deep passes that have been really nice. A couple of big gains, I guess, not deep passes. There's a short pass against a base defense. Again, that's a -2. So 11 minus 2 is a 9 on a short pass, and that's going to go for 4 yards. So positive yardage brings up 2nd down and 6 from the 23. Maybe a little hook over the middle to tight end Kelsey. We would have to roll against this to find out who caught the ball. 2nd down and 6. That's going to be a deep pass against a base defense. Again, that's a +4. We already know that. So 17 + 4 is going to go into the penalty area. So that will be a 5, and a 5 is going to be encroachment on the defense. So that's a penalty of +5 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down and 1 from the 18. 2nd down and 1 from the Buffalo 18. That's a screen pass against a base defense, and that's going to be a 0. So we have a 12 on a screen pass is going to be for 6 yards. So that'll pick up the first down. 1st and 10 from the 12. So it is possible for them still to not score. Buffalo looking for any sort of big play here, big stop, as they're already down 7-0 and had to punt the ball away on their first drive. So 1st and 10, that's going to be a draw play against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2 to the offense. We've got a 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, so that puts us into the offensive penalty chart. So a 5 on the offense is a holding, so that's going to be a -10. So a couple penalties here, and that's going to drive. It'll be 1st and 20 now from the 22, so a huge penalty there on Kansas City. Let's see if they are going to be able to overcome that. Still 1st down. That's going to be a screen pass. I'm sorry, it's an outside run against a base blitz, and that's going to be a -1 to the offense. So 11-10 on the outside run is going to be a D6 roll. That's a gain of 3 yards against a blitz. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 17 from the 19-yard line. So they can get a 1st down if they get down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down and forever. I actually didn't run that out of the right column, did I? So 2nd down and long, and that's going to be a draw play against a nickel defense. So a draw play against a nickel is a good call, +4. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 on the draw is going to be a D10 roll. And that's a nice one as they get 9 yards back on the run, and they catch Buffalo in a good defense. It's going to be 3rd down and 8, though, from the 11-yard line of Buffalo. This is Kansas City's 2nd drive of the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 8 puts us in this column. So that's going to be another draw play against a base defense, and that'll be a -2 to the offense. So 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 on a draw is going to go for 0 yards. So not catching them off guard twice, as that goes for 0 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 8 from the 11, and that's going to bring up a field goal try. So for field goals, it's very easy. You just roll 1d10. Here's our field goal kicking chart. We have extra points here in the 1st column. Otherwise, you look at the yardage necessary, and if you cross-reference that and it's good, it's good. If it's a miss, it's a miss. If it's a block, we're going to go to our block chart. This will be a 28-yard kick, so that's going to be here in this column. They're at 90% on that. 4 is going to be good, and that's going to be a nice, easy field goal. And that will be a score for Kansas City. So KC, a 28-yard field goal, and they take a 10-0 lead over the visiting Bills. Kickoff, and it's going to be a 4. 4 on the kickoff is going to be a touchback. So Buffalo starts at their own 35. And I'm sorry, at their own 25. They should be at the 25. And so that's going to be First and 10. First and 10 for the Bills. Bills had to punt in their first go around. First and 10 Buffalo. On the offense, they're going to run a medium pass against a base blitz, and that's going to be a +1 to the offense. So the Chiefs bring it, and the Bills have a good play called here. This is going to be an 18 + 1 is 19. And on the medium pass, a 19 is going to be a chance for an explosive play. So we got 2 here, and let's see. We're going to roll these 2 and combine them and see what kind of big play we got. A 42-yard play. So the Chiefs gamble on the blitz, and they give up the 42-yard pass from Josh Allen. That's 1st and 10. That's going to push down to the 67. That's the 33. So down to the Kansas City 33. I think that's right. Let me just double check. So 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2. Yep, down to the 33-yard line. First and 10 for Buffalo, and that'll be a screen pass against a base defense and 0. So that's going to be a 5. On the screen pass, a 5 is going to go for -2 yards. So not a great roll as they lose 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 12 from the 35. Buffalo looking for their first score of the game. And this will be a 1. Remember, it's 2nd down and 12, so we have to look here. That's a screen pass against a base defense, another 0. And so this time it's an 11. 11 on the screen should be some yardage. And it's a D6 plus 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7. And that's going to get back 7 of those yards. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Definitely a manageable situation from the 28. 3rd down and 5 from the 28. Buffalo driving on their second drive of the game. So 3rd and 5. That's going to be a deep pass from Allen against the nickel defense. That's right into the teeth of the defense here. This is what the nickel is going to be the best at stopping. So that's going to be a -4. So 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 on a medium pass is going to be a quarterback hurry, and Allen has to get rid of it. That is incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 5 from the Kansas City 28, and we're going to have a field goal try here. So Buffalo with the field goal try. This will be from 45 yards. So that's here in this column. You can see anything 3 to 10 is going to be good. First we're losing dice. All right, let's roll that again. All right, so that's an 8. That's going to be a good field goal. The one on the ground was a 10, so it was good either way. And in the first quarter, Buffalo strikes. They get on the board. Finally, with a 45-yard field goal. And that's going to make the score 10-3. 10-3, KC over Buffalo. So let's switch our teams here. I'm only doing this for presentation. If I was playing, I would have them just next to each other. We got the kickoff here. That's going to be a 7 from Buffalo. A 7 is going to be a touchback. So KC will take over on their last possession of the first quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25 for Kansas City. All right, KC, what do we got? We got a 2. That's going to be a medium pass against a base defense. And a medium pass against a base defense is a +2. So it's going to be a 6 on a medium pass. Still not good enough to get there as they flush out. Mahomes, he has to throw on the run, and he throws it short of the receiver's feet. That's going to be 2nd down and 10 at the 25. Nice play by Buffalo there on 1st down. 2nd down and 10, it'll be a draw play against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2. So it's like taking this one away. So it's going to be an 8 on the draw play. An 8 is going to get you 0 yards. So no yards on the rush. And that's going to put Kansas City in a tight spot here. 3rd down and 10. Buffalo with a little bit of momentum, having just scored, and now they've got Kansas City 3rd and 10. Let's see what Mahomes can do. That's going to be an outside run against a base defense, and that's going to be a +0. 15 on the outside run, though, gives them a chance. That's going to be a D10 roll. They need a 10 in order to get the first down. They don't get it. That's going to be a rush for 3 yards as they try to get to the outside and get to the edge and don't quite get there. So that brings up 4th and 7 from the 28-yard line, and that's going to force a punt from Kansas City. So we got our punt die here. That's going to be a 5. 5 is going to be 40 yards on the punt. So that drives them down to the 40, down to the 32-yard line. Down to the 32, and let's see about a return. A return of 4 is going to be for 8 yards. So 32 and then 8 is out to the 40. So good starting field position for Buffalo as they start at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. They are down by a touchdown in this first quarter. 10-3 is our score. Kansas City over Buffalo in a matchup of heavyweights. This will be the last possession of the first quarter. I'll probably have to go after this, but we'll play out this first quarter and finish it out. 1st and 10. This is going to be a medium pass against the base defense, and that's going to be a +2 to the offense. So an 11 on a medium pass is a D10 +5. So let's see what they got here. So 6-yard gain, modest, but a nice pickup on 1st down. Brings up 2nd down and 4 from the 46, Buffalo 46. 2nd and 4, that's going to be an outside run against a base defense. A 7 on the outside run is going to get them no yards. So they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, strung out a little bit, and can't move forward. So it brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 46. Buffalo looking for a 1st down here. 3rd down, and that's going to be a short pass against a nickel defense. Short pass against a nickel defense is a +1 to the offense. So 6 + 1 is 7 on the short pass, and that's not enough to get them into the green zone there. So that pass ball is incomplete from Allen as he looks for the tight end and can't connect. So it's going to be incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down and 4. The punting team is going to come out. Don't have any plays in there for a fake punt, but maybe that would be fun to put in. So the punt is a 4, and a 4 is going to be for 35 yards. So from the 46, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's down to the 19. The return is a 2. That's going to be a fair catch, and so that's going to be fair caught at the 19-yard line by Kansas City, and that's where they will start on their next drive. 1st and 10. Kansas City at the 19. Check my time here. I've got a little bit of time. We'll keep going. So we've got 1st and 10, Kansas City from the 19. Maybe we can make it through the first half, and we'll see. This is going to be the beginning of the second quarter. Our score is 10-3. Make sure 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each team has had 3 possessions. That means we're going to start the second quarter. I haven't played this game with a proper timer or anything, but you know, it might play okay with the timer as well. But I think 3 possessions is going to get us into sort of the right area that we need to be. 1st and 10, Kansas City. This is going to be a medium pass against a base defense. And a medium pass against a base defense, that's going to be an 11. 11 on the medium pass is a D10 +5, which is a 6-yard gain from Mahomes. So pass for 6 yards, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4, and that will be from the 25-yard line of Kansas City. 2nd down and 4. This will be an outside run against a base defense, and that's going to be a 0. So a 16, that might be a good gain. D6 +6, and that'll be a 10-yard gain. So a nice gain on the outside run as they go for a 1st down. And that puts the ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kansas City against Buffalo. They're up 10-3, driving on their first possession of the second quarter. This will be a draw play against a base blitz. Draw against a base blitz is going to be a -1. So the defense with a little advantage here. That's a 13 on the draw play. Still a high roll, so we get a chance for a sizable gain. That's going to be a roll of 8. So the run is for 8 yards, brings up second down and 2 from the 43. Kansas City moving the football in this game, not having a lot of issues. They did have one punt in their last possession. They went 3 and out, but generally moving the ball really well. Second and 2. It's going to be a deep pass against a base defense, and that's going to be a +4. So 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 on the deep pass is for 22 yards, and Mahomes connects for a deep one down the sideline, and that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of the Bills. Is where it will be spotted as they push. Let's find out who that was. And that was a ball to Kelsey. So Kelsey down the middle as he gets tackled for a 22-yard gain. 1st and 10, and that will be a screen pass against a base defense. That's going to be a +0. So 7 on the screen pass is going to be an incompletion. He was hurried on the play, and the receiver couldn't get open, so that's going to be an incomplete pass. Not a gain of 0, but incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 from their own 35. For the Buffalo 35. 2nd and 10, that'll be a medium pass against a base defense, and that's going to be a +2 to the offense. So 9 plus 2 is 11 on the medium pass is a D10 +5. And that's going to be a 13-yard gain. Good enough for a 1st down as Mahomes connects again. That's 1st and 10 from the 22. 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 22. This is a 3, an outside run against a base. Defense is going to be just a straight up play. So 9 on the outside run will be a gain of 4 yards. So they go off tackle and they get 4. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 from the 18. 2nd down and 6. This will be a medium pass against a base blitz. And medium against a base blitz is only a +1 to the offense. So 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 on a medium pass is not going to be enough for the Chiefs. So that's going to be a pass incomplete. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for KC from the Buffalo 18. I have to move my columns up a little bit over there. Kansas City, 3rd and 6, big play here. 3rd down and 6, that's going to be a screen pass against a base blitz. Screen against the base blitz is going to be a -1 to the offense. So 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 on the screen is going to go for a D6, whatever that is. So they need the highest roll in order to get a 1st down. They don't get it, and that's going to be a pass for just 1 yard. As Buffalo snuffs it out, that's going to be 4th down and 5 from the 17-yard line. I'm going to get another field goal try here, and this will be from 34 yards. And the kick is a 2 from 34 yards, and that's going to be good as Bucker puts it through for the good field goal. And 2nd quarter, KC now with a 34-yard field goal, and that makes the score 13-3. KC over Buffalo. Buffalo's going to get the ball back here, and their first possession of the second quarter, not the second half. So kickoff from Kansas City is a 2. 2 is 66 yards. Again, that's going to be 1 yard deep into the end zone. We kick off from the 35. So 65 yards will be to the goal line. 66 is 1 yard deep. And we are going to let that be a touchback. We're not going to run that one back this time. So Buffalo's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 25. You can see here that you would have to, on the kickoff, you would have to roll at least a 6 And then that would get you out, would have gotten out to the 27. So, you know, a 60% chance that you're not going to get as far. You might as well just take the touchback. But I like that. I like that there's a little bit of strategy here. Do you need to take that chance of a kickoff return? Because if you can, it's possible to run it back here. Maybe not from the 66, but if you hit one of these and then you hit this D10 and that was 100, it would be possible for a run back. So it is possible to run one back, but you need to realize, do I need to take that gamble or not? That's what you have to sort of weigh and consider. All right, 1st and 10. Buffalo. Buffalo's down 13-3 here at the start of the second quarter. This is the first drive of the second quarter. They're going to start with a screen pass, and that's going to go against a base blitz, and that'll be a -1. So that's like taking this one away. So 4 on the screen pass is not so good. -4 yards as Kansas City really sniffed that one out. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. So not a great play there for the start of the drive. Brings up 2nd and 14 from their own 21. Buffalo looking to get some offense going as they scored on their last... oh, actually they punted. They've got just the 1 field goal so far. 2nd down and 14. So 2nd and long. We're in this column here. And it's going to be a 4. 4 is a deep ball against the base defense. And this has some promise. So that's going to be a +4 to the offense. 16 + 4 is 20. And that's got a lot of promise, as this could be a huge game-busting play. As we're going to combine these two, it's just 13 yards. But there's always that potential, right? And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. 3rd down and 1, so definitely manageable. And they had a chance for a huge play there and just couldn't quite come through with it. 3rd down and 1, but it does put them in this column here, so it'll be short pass against a nickel defense. Short pass against a nickel defense is a +1 to the offense, and they're going to need it. 6 + 1 on the short pass is incomplete as they try to get it out to the flat, and that is an incompletion. Brings up 4th down and 1 from their own 34. Going to get a punt here. Not that they've been able to stop Kansas City, but they're going to try. That's a 6 on the punt. That will be a punt of 40 yards. So that takes it down to the 26-yard line. And let's see what the return is. The return is 10 yards. So out to the KC 36 is where they'll take over. So good punt, flipping the field, making the Chiefs go the long way. So they'll start at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Kansas City, they're up 13-3 here in this early in the second quarter, midway through the second quarter. I'm sorry, and it will be 1st and 10. There's a draw play against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2 to the defense. So 12 - 2 is 10. 10 on the draw play will be a 2-yard gain. So Buffalo with a nice defensive play on that draw. 2nd down and 8 at the 38-yard line of Kansas City. Hopefully you can see all these rolls. They're getting on camera. That's going to be Kansas City. They're the home team, so it's going to be a medium pass against a base defense, and that'll be a +2. 10 + 2 is 12. 12 on the medium pass is a D10 + 5. So that's going to be a 13-yard gain for Kansas City as Holmes connects again, and that'll be a 1st down at the Buffalo 49 as they get over midfield. Into Buffalo territory, 1st and 10, Kansas City. This is going to be a screen pass against a base defense. That's going to be a +0, so 8 on a screen is going to be for no yards. Buffalo all over that screen pass. and that's going to go for 0. Second down and 10 from their own 49. I'm sorry, from the Buffalo 49. Second and 10, that'll be a deep ball. I'm sorry, it's an outside run. Outside run against a base defense, and that's going to be a +0. So 4 on the outside run is not so good. Buffalo stepping up at midfield, and that's a -2 yard gain. So that brings up third down and 12. So third and long from that pushes them back to their own 49. Kansas City staring a third and long in the face. I guess I should be using Kansas City. Gotta kind of remember that for the camera. They're not so different, but they are a little bit different. Third and 12, third and long. So it's going to be a 5. That's going to be a draw play against a base defense, and that'll be a -2. We have a 17. 17 -2 is 15 on the draw play, and that'll be a D6 +8. They're going to need a high roll here in order to get a first down. So 8 + 2 is 10. That's going to be a rush for 10 yards. That's going to be a fourth down and 2 from the 41. That's not right. So 49. Yeah, from the 41-yard line. And this is going to be a good chance to, should we go for it? Up 13-3. Let's go ahead and go for it. I want to try the coffin corner punt, but I'm going to go for it because that's really the play here at the 41. Fourth down and 2. And let's see if we can pick up the first down. We're going to use our fourth down chart over here. And we'll use this first column from 1 to 5 because it's 4th and 2. The roll is a 4, and that's going to be an inside run against a base defense, and that's a good play. If I was calling plays, I would be running that a lot more. Or actually, I wouldn't be running it much at all. But not a great play here. We'll see over here. Fourth down, they're running their base defense. This is right into the teeth of the 4-3. I'm sorry, I was thinking it was a +4. But I'd be running a lot more deep balls if I was playing. Inside run against a medium or against a 4-3 is a -4. That's like a 2, and that's going to be a real problem on the inside run. That's a tackle for loss, as on 4th and 2 they get serious penetration. Kansas City takes a loss of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Buffalo as they get the huge stop at the 41-yard line. They're going to take over at their own 46 as they push the line of scrimmage back 5 yards. So big play by the Buffalo defense there as they stop Kansas City 4th and 1. And in hindsight, maybe I should have used that coffin corner punt. All right, Kansas City. The first real challenge of the day. Buffalo starts at almost midfield. And let's see if they can get things turned around here with Josh Allen. It's going to be an inside run against a base defense. That's a -4. We just did that. So 14 -4 is 10 on the inside run. They still get 3 yards. And that brings up second down and 7 from the 49-yard line, from their own 49. Looking to push it across midfield. This is their Buffalo's second possession of the second quarter. Again, each team gets 3 possessions per quarter, and that's how we're doing sort of the timing in this game. Second down and 7 will be a deep pass. So Allen goes deep against this base defense, and that could be a good connection. 14 + 4 is 16 on the deep pass, and that's going to be a D10 + 25. So as he goes deep down the field, that's for a 27-yard gain. Sorry, I don't know if that went off or not, but it was a 2. So it goes for a 27-yard gain from Josh Allen, and that's going to put the ball down to the 76. So it's a 24 of Kansas City, and the Bills are in business. Who did he throw that to? He threw that to Knox. So Knox getting the ball for 27 yards. All right, first down and 10. It's going to be a medium pass against the base defense. That's going to be a +2, so another advantage, and that's 14 on the medium pass. And that's going to go for 15 yards, so Allen is starting to heat up as he gets it downfield for another 15 yards. That's going to be to Diggs. Brings up first down and 10 from the, actually a first and goal, I guess, from the 9. All right, so we get our first look at the goal line chart. First down and goal to go, so we flip it over, and we have all of our plays, same layout, but we just have our goal line chart here. I actually added in, I added in the 4-6 here too. This is sort of an older version of it, I guess. I am not running the 4-6, and there's no 4-6. No team running the 4-6, but if you had older teams, maybe you'd be running the 4-6, or if you just want to run that as your base defense. So this is going to be first down and 10, first and goal from the 9. So we're here in this first column. That's going to be a 6. That's a screen pass against a base defense, and a screen pass is going to be a 0. So we have a 17 on the screen, and that's going to be a D6 plus 20. This is going to be a touchdown. We only have 9 to go, so 22 yards is the pass, but we're going to say a pass for 9 yards, and that's going to be a little, maybe a little wide receiver screen as Buffalo comes storming back. They get the big stop on 4th down and stop Kansas City in their own territory, and then they come right down the field with some big plays, 27 yards, 15 yards, and now a 9-yard screen pass for a touchdown. Let's see about the extra point. Extra point is good. And Buffalo storming back with the 9-yard TD pass. And that makes the score 13-10. And we got a good one here in the second quarter. Gonna get a kickoff from Buffalo. A 9 on the kickoff is going to be 63 yards. So that's going to be taken at the 2-yard line by Kansas City. And the return of 3 is 15, so that takes it out to the 17-yard line. So Kansas City starts at their own 17, first and 10. Not good field position, but good opportunity here as they have their last possession of the half. So each team with one more possession in the half. We'll try to get through halftime here. Let's see what kind of time we have. Should be okay on time. First and 10. First and 10, Kansas City. So they're going to run a draw play against the base defense, and that's going to be 11-9 on the draw play, and that's good for 1 yard as Buffalo's defense starting to figure out the Kansas City offense a little bit, shutting them down some. That's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Kansas City 18. 2nd down and 9. This will be an outside run against a base defense, so a +0. 15 might be a nice little run. That's going to be a D10. Let's see what that result is. Only 2 yards. So a lot of variance there. 2 yards brings up 3rd down and 7 from the 20. 3rd and 7 from their own 20. See if KC goes 3 and out, or if they can pick up the first down. They're going to run a deep pass, and that's going to come against the nickel. So that's right into the teeth of the nickel. It's a -4. 6 minus 4 is like having a 2. A 2 is going to be an interception. So we're going to have to check our interception chart as Mahomes makes a mistake trying to force one in. And this is a bad spot in the field to try to do that. So we have our interception chart here. That's going to be for a deep pass. And so let's look and see what happens here. This is a 9. I'm sorry. It's a 7 because we're doing the home team. So a 7 is going to be the interception is the line of scrimmage. This is the new line of scrimmage. So the ball was intercepted, and then where was the interception made? and is there a run back. So this includes where the pick was made plus the run back. So this is the new line of scrimmage. That's what we're trying to figure out. So the ball was intercepted. That's going to be a pass for an interception. And then the new line of scrimmage is going to be at the old line of scrimmage minus whatever a D10 roll is. So we'll roll for Buffalo. Oh, so the line of scrimmage minus 10. So the old line of scrimmage was at the 20, and now 20 minus 10 is going to be at the 10. So Buffalo's going to take over at the KC 10, and that's going to be a huge play in the game, as they are first and goal at the 10 and knocking on the door. So a big play from Buffalo there. If you wanted to find out who made the interception, you could easily just roll. It's a 5. And a 5 for Buffalo is going to be Wallace. So the cornerback Wallace with the play on the ball, and he returns it 10 yards. Actually, I guess we don't really know what the return is. The return could have been 40 yards, who knows. But he makes the play on the ball and returns the interception back to the Kansas City 10-yard line. We got to flip over to the goal line. We're first and goal at the 10-yard line for Buffalo. And that's going to be an inside run against a base defense, and that is a really good play. So it's going to be a 7 plus 4 is 11. That'll be a D6 plus 2, so opportunity for as much as an 8-yard gain, and instead it's going to be a 3-yard gain. So run for 3, and that brings up second down and goal from the 7. Buffalo, second and goal. That's a medium pass against a base defense, and that's a plus 2 to the offense. So a 12 on a medium pass will be a D10 plus 5, and this could be a TD pass for Josh Allen. So D10 plus 5 is going to be 7, and that's going to be right into the end zone as they get right over the goal line, and that is a Buffalo touchdown, as Allen capitalizes on the Buffalo pick, and that's going to put Kansas City ahead 16-13. Let's see about the extra point. I mean, it puts Buffalo ahead. Extra point is good. So Buffalo with back-to-back touchdowns, and that goes for a 7-yard TD pass. Allen's second touchdown pass of the game, and oh, how the tables turn. 17-13 now, and Kansas City will have the ball one more time in the half. 17-13 in the first half. Good one here. All Kansas City early, and Buffalo has come back in this one on the road in Arrowhead. The kickoff is going to be a touchback. So Kansas City will start at their own 25. It'll be first and 10. They get one more drive. When this drive ends, however it ends, it's going to be the end of the first half, and I'll call it quits after that. But first and 10, short pass against a base defense. That's going to be a -2, so that's one of the strengths of the 4-3 defense. And so 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 on the short pass is incomplete, and you can see that that pushes. A 9 would have been a 6 or a 4-yard gain, but instead that defensive adjustment pushes it into an incompletion. So calling plays does matter, and all these little things. It doesn't seem like too much to subtract one here or add one there, but you know, it really can change and affect the outcome of the game. Second down and 10 from their own 25. Kansas City's offense is sputtering just a little bit, and let's see if they can get it going. This is going to be an outside run against a base defense. That should be a +0. So 11 on the outside run is a D6 plus 2. So for Kansas City, that's going to be a 6-yard gain. As they get positive yardage on second down, brings up third down and 4 from the 31-yard line. Third and 4, let's see if Kansas City can keep this drive going. That will be an outside run against a dime defense. Could be good. That's a +4. So 9 plus 4 is 13 on the outside run, and that's going to be a gain of 5 yards. Good enough for a first down as Kansas City keeps the chains moving. 1st and 10 now from the own 36. A 1 is a draw against a base defense, and that's going to be a -2, so a little defensive pressure here. A 5 on a draw is going to be good for -2 yards as they drop the running back for a loss. And brings up 2nd down and 12 from the 34. 2nd and 12 from their own 34. Kansas City just can't seem to get into the flow here. That's going to be a screen pass against a dime defense, and screen pass against a dime will be a +2 to the offense. So 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 on the screen is a D6 +3, and that'll be a 6-yard pass as they get back half of what they need, and that brings up 3rd down and 6 from their own 40-yard line. 3rd and 6 for Kansas City. And that's going to be a medium pass against a nickel defense. Medium against a nickel, that's a 0. So an 8 on a medium pass is going to fall incomplete. And with that, that's going to end our half. Remember, each team gets 3 possessions per quarter. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, it should have already been over, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should have already been the half. Buffalo's touchdown should have been halftime. So we actually kicked off for the 3rd quarter. that was a whole wasted series right there. That should not have happened. All right, well, you got a little extra football there because I didn't keep track very well of the possessions. So Kansas City had 1, 2, 3 possessions. The interception was their 3rd possession. Buffalo had 1, 2, 3. The touchdown off the interception was actually going into halftime. So our halftime score is going to be 17-13. You got a little extra bonus football there. Kansas City shouldn't have got the ball for the second half. It should be Buffalo's ball. But you can see here, this is sort of the newest version of No Huddle Football. Again, some of the things I changed. I put in the blocked punts here to go with the punting. Made some changes here, so it's 15 yards plus a fumble if it's a 1 on the return. So I think before I just had a fumble or something like that. I wasn't very specific on that. Added in the out of bounds, kind of a hint at what should be there. Added in targeting for the defensive penalty. There was a duplicate here, and yeah, I think the game is shaping up very nicely. Just need to get more teams out. Again, if you want to play this yourself, I'll send you the NFC West if you want to have those teams, or any of those teams. I can send them to you, but I can also send you Buffalo and Kansas City if you really want to play them, because they are done now. But I'm getting to the point where those are going to be my demos, so if that's what you want, then that's what we got. If you want to play the full game, you're eventually going to have to purchase it, but it won't cost too much. I don't think, maybe $7 to $10 or something like that for a whole 2021 season. And you can see here, this is my footprint. I've got my 2 teams here, and I have the kicking penalties rare plays chart. I have the 2d10s, 2d6s, and I have the chart here with the goal line and the normal play calling, and then I'm just keeping score over here with this score sheet, which I can include for you if you want to. If you print it front and back, you've got enough space for a whole game. This is for half, and I think cutting the teams down to three possessions apiece is going to, you might even be able to get the entire game on the first page, depending on how the defenses play and how the roles go. So that is No Huddle Football. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't clicked subscribe, subscribe to this channel. I'm considering using this game as the flagship. I think Advanced Stats Football is great, but I just don't see it going as far as this game is going to go. So I either need to create a new channel for No Huddle Football, or just piggyback and just change this channel over to No Huddle. If you have any thoughts about that, love to hear that. I know that changing those things is not difficult for me, but sometimes in your mind it's hard. Yeah, I think that's it. If you click the little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. And I'll probably play out the second half. Don't know if I'll play out the second half on camera or not. But you can join the, well, I don't have that set up yet, but I'll set up a Facebook group for No Huddle Football and then be able to connect with other gamers, share your games, talk through any questions that you have about the game, and connect with me. So, all right, I think that's it from here. Buffalo 17, Kansas City 13 at the half. And this is a good one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.